Hi, I'm Tadeo. Today I'm going to talk about relaxation techniques while you're playing. I had a teacher say to me once that the only way to play the violin was to be thoroughly relaxed so that you could do what you knew how to do, even under tremendous pressure. Meaning your mind could be screaming because of fear or stage fright or anxiety, but your body must be completely loose. An incredibly difficult thing to do. So I'm going to give you a couple of ideas. We all get nervous. Isaac Stern said, only fools and children do not get nervous. I hate to plant that in your mind now, in case you're young, but you need to know that it is very difficult to play in front of others once you start to feel like your self-worth or your respect is at stake. So I will always say, of course, be 100% prepared before a performance, trying to acquire 80% in front of the crowd. It's very difficult to play in front of an audience to get 100%. But anyway, if you're relaxed, you have a better chance. So we have squeeze points with the violin. I call them squeeze points. Places where you could hold tension. Bow hand, the head-shoulder combination, the left hand thumb and finger combination, where they oppose each other and can squeeze down. And you must think about those spots as being problematic. Okay? I'm going to give you a couple of ideas. The first one would be your stance. I actually played a recital once and got done, and the next morning my hamstring hurt, the back of my leg. I had held tension in my leg during my recital to the point that it was sore the next day. So remember, get your stance, shoulder width, rock side to side. Feel the balance. It's incredibly important that you're nice and relaxed. Okay, the next thing would be your violin hold. It's on your shoulder. Remember, this needs to fill the gap here appropriately so you do not have to raise or lean. Put the jaw in the chin rest and use gravity. The weight of your head, which is tremendously heavy, should be enough to hold the instrument in place. You turn, you drop. The weight of the head, that's one great exercise, just to feel the head weight fall into the chin rest. The shoulders fall towards the floor. So there's nothing squeezing against each other. Now, I've noticed with students that sometimes I will see their jaw muscles flexing. So I would like to say to you, keep your teeth open, but your lips closed. Okay? If your mouth is open while you play, you will look funny. One of my teachers said it looked like you were trying to catch flies. It will look funny. And I have seen students who have too big a gap here try and fill the gap by doing that. Okay? And they weren't aware of it. It means you need a higher chin rest or a higher shoulder rest. Something has to fill the gap. But you must keep this open. If you start tension here, it will travel down the neck and into the shoulders. If you're relaxed here, it will help you be relaxed in other places. Okay? So we talked about finger flexibility in one of my other videos, and perhaps that will help not to squeeze too much here. You need to have a firmness, I've said before, like holding a large glass of water. How hard do you have to squeeze it? Not too hard, but enough to keep it from falling to the ground. Now, with the left hand, I knew a teacher used to make students tap their thumb if they thought they were squeezing. So you clap or tap your thumb to try and keep that from happening. You can also practice this exercise to see if you're loose. If you hear that kind of thing, it means that you're way too tight. Okay? If you're not shifting yet, maybe you're playing, well, here's a chorus from Judas Maccabeus, you know. What you can do with this, though, is you push the finger to the fingerboard. Imagine your fingerboard's made out of rubber and it's springy and it pushes the finger back out a little bit. This isn't the way you normally play. This is just a concept to help you feel relaxation. So you're going to get to the contact point, the string is going to touch the fingerboard, and then you're going to bounce back from the rubber fingerboard. You will not lift your finger off the string. It will still touch the string, but you will get this effect. pretty, but that's not what we're going for. So what I'm feeling is I'm in, but then I release the tension. I like to think of using a gauge or a dial. So 10 would be the most and 0 would be the least. And I apply this to many different parts of my teaching. But if you thought of squeezing the string as a 10, then just turn it down to an 8, and then to a 6, and a 4, and a 2. So this would be about a 2, wouldn't it? That sound. That fuzzy thing. You're just touching the string, but the string is not being bent towards the fingerboard. You understand? Now, you'll go back and play in a regular manner. But remember how it felt to release the tension? You're going to release the tension, especially here and in the thumb, to the point where you get that fuzziness. You won't release it that far, but you get it to the point where you're almost there. And it's a very liberating sensation. You feel free. You will be able to play much quicker without risk of injury. I hope it helps. Good luck.